Hello everyone and welcome to Cinderful Gaming. I hope you're all doing well, I hope you're all staying safe, and most of all, I hope you're all fighting that war against the Grey. Today's video we're going to talk getting started with Warhammer 40,000, and today we're going to take a look at the Aeldari and in particular the Alaitoc sub-faction craft world of them. Now in this video we're going to go through and talk about what exactly makes an Alaitoc army special, what it gets that no other craft worlds do. We'll then have a look at some units we can start our Alaitoc collection with before looking to expand upon it with some other units. And finally, at the end of the video, we'll give you a little sample army list for you to use as some inspiration to create your own Alaitoc themed Aeldari army. And so, with all that said, what do we get that's special about Alaitoc? Now, first of all, obviously, it's an Aeldari craft world sub-faction, whatever you want to call it. You can find the rules for this inside your Aeldari Codex. Now, we get the Fieldcraft rules and attributes for this. First of all, units gain light cover against ranged attacks made from more than 12 inch or away. In addition to this, those ranged attacks, if they're targeting bike or infantry units on or wholly within terrain, they'll gain the benefits of dense cover instead. Now, on top of this, we completely ignore movement modifiers for the army. We just ignore any and all of them. And then we've got some bonuses for ranger style units, especially in our particular stratagem for the army, where you can use this stratagem in your reinforcement step of your opponent's movement phase, and after an enemy unit has been set up on the battlefield, you can select a friendly Alaitoc unit that is either on the battlefield or in strategic reserve. If the unit's in strategic reserve, you set it up anywhere on the battlefield 18 inch away from enemy units and more than 9 inch from enemy models. And then at the end of the shooting phase, the ranger can shoot as if it were the shooting phase. So you effectively stop your opponent bring units on, snipe them. So some pretty cool stuff there that really does play towards the favour of the Alaitoc craft world. It's all about rangers, snipers, and playing the ambush game. And so, where to start with Alaitoc? Well, they have a named character called Illic Nightspear, who I think is a great piece to start with for your Alaitoc army. He's definitely going to fit the theme of everything you want. He's a character that is a sniper. He's got his special sniper rifle called Voidbringer, heavy 1, strength 6, AP -3, damage 3, and each time you select a target for this weapon, you can ignore the Lookout Sir rule, and each time you make an unmodified wound roll of 4+, you inflict D3 mortal wounds in addition to any other damage. On top of this, he has his Ranger Cloak, like a lot of Rangers will, where each time a ranged attack is allocated to this model while it's receiving cover, you add an additional +1 to its armor saving throw. You also get some bonuses against Necrons because he hates them, and then he's got the Hunter on scene, where if this model is receiving the benefits of cover, it cannot be selected as the target of a ranged attack unless the attacking model is within 12 inch. Now, to go with him, Rangers are obviously the troop's choice for the Alaitoc Aeldar. Now, the Ranger Long Rifles are heavy 1, strength 4, AP -1, damage 1, and on a 6 they do mortal wounds in addition, and they can also ignore the Lookout Sir rule. So this is just great stuff for ignoring your opponent's Lookout Sir rules and picking off characters. Now, you can choose to take Wireweave Nets and Gloomfields. The Gloomfields I don't think really have much benefit in an Alaitoc army, as you're already getting dense cover with your troops so long as you're holding within cover. But the Wireweave Net is going to allow you, once per battle when the Barracks unit is selected as a target of a charge, you can select all the Barracks to activate the Wireweave Net. Roll a d6, on a 2+, the charging unit suffers D3 mortal wounds, and until the end of the phase you subtract 2 from charge rolls from any unit that declares a charge against you. So, pretty cool stuff there. You can sort of just make your opponent actually fail those charges. It's worth noting as well, they, for a troop's choice, have ballistic skill 2+, which is just really solid for a troop's choice with their ballistic skill. Looking into other units, and the other Ranger unit we have available to us is the brand new Shroud Runners. Now, they are a Ranger jet bike unit, and they're pretty fast moving with a 16 inch move. Obviously, being a jet bike, they can fly over lots of different things. Ride the Wind is nice, meaning anytime they advance, they get to go an extra 6 inch and don't need to roll. On top of that, they've got their Ranger Long Rifles on the back, but they also carry a Scatter Laser on them as well for a heavy 6, strength 6, no AP, damage 1 weapon, so it can do some nice horde killing for you as well. And then you've got the Shuriken Pistol on the other one as well, which is nice. Now, on top of this, you've got the Shroud Runner Cloak, where they can also add 1 to their saving rolls, much the same as the other Ranger Cloaks. Target acquisition is at the start of your shooting phase. You can select an enemy unit within 12 inch. Until the end of the phase, each time an outcast unit from your army makes an attack against that enemy unit with a Ranger Long Rifle or Voidbringer, the enemy unit does not receive the benefits of cover. And then Swift Scouts at the start of the first battle round, you can make a normal move as well, just can't end within 9 inch of enemy units. So some pretty cool stuff there. I really like the target acquisition rule, enabling you to sort of pick off characters that are trying to hide in cover. Now, alongside this, I think Aspect Warriors are an interesting choice for Alaitoc, because there are some that definitely play towards how we want to fight with an Alaitoc army. And an Autarch is a great model to bring in and fight alongside these. You can definitely equip them to sort of work with either of these two units in a more combat-oriented role with Striking Scorpions, or in a more shooting role with Dark Reapers. Now, Striking Scorpions are an interesting option. Their big thing that, well, they make that works nicely with Alaitoc is they are ambushes. They can choose to infiltrate, which is really nice, just being able to start off on the table further ahead of the rest of your force with their advanced positions rules. Now, on top of this, you've got Sustained Assault, where each time a melee attack is made for a model in this unit, you can unmodified hit roll of a 6 inflicts an additional hit. And they've also got a 5-up invulnerable save thanks to Aspect Armor. Manta Blasters are cool as well, where each time you make a melee attack and a modified wound roll of a 6 does a mortal wound in addition to any other damage. They're generally carrying their Scorpion Chainswords for +2 strength, -1 AP, damage 1 with an extra attack, meaning they do punch out a really high amount of close combat damage. Now, to go with them, we have a heavy support option, a more ranged fighting option, and that is the Dark Reapers. Their Reaper Cannons, I think, are a really nice choice to have alongside your Alaitoc army, as the one thing you really struggle with Alaitoc, with those sniper rifles, you've not got a lot of anti-tank weaponry really built into your army. So having a unit that can come in and that can do some damage with its long-range firepower, I think, is a really nice thing to bring into your force. Those Reaper Cannons and the ability for the Exarch to take on some additional firepower in the form of like an Aeldari missile launcher is a really nice load of weapons. Their Reaper launchers are going to be Strength 8 -2 AP, damage 3, or they can be Strength 5 -2 AP, damage 2 for heavy 2 instead. Better at taking out something like Space Marines. But with that all said, let's check out how we can build an army of this all together. And so here we have our sample army list, 1,000 points on the no and 53 power level. Now we've got a patrol detachment. We're spending no CP on that detachment because our warlord, which is going to be our Autarch, is inside the detachment. And then we've got a CP spent for a warlord trait on him, which is going to be the Alaitoc specific one called Master of Ambush. Master of Ambush allows you, in your command phase, you can select an Alaitoc infantry unit within 9 inches of the warlord. Until the end of your turn, if that unit's performing an action, it can still make shooting attacks, so really good at doing actions in your backfield. At the start of the first battle round as well, before the first turn is begin, the warlord is on the battlefield. You can select one other friendly Alaitoc Rangers unit on the battlefield. You can remove that unit from the battlefield and set it up so it's more than 9 inches away from enemy units or any enemy models and their deployment zone. So you can set up a forward moving Ranger unit, which is really nice. Now, next to that Autarch, who we've decided we're going to equip with a Reaper launcher sitting more backfield, we've got Illic Night Spear. Now, he's just a cool model, a good sniper. 2 units of 10 Rangers make up our troops. Like we've said, we've gone for taking in those units the option of having the haywire bombs that are going to, do damage to our opponents as they charge in. We've then got 10 Striking Scorpions as well, 2 units of 3 Shroud Runners, and then a unit of 5 Dark Reapers with their Reaper launchers there as well, giving us some nice firepower. You've got a lot of moving pieces here, and you can really play the ambush game nicely, I think. You've got a lot of decent firepower. Enemy characters are going to be taken down pretty quickly with the amount of sniper rules you can bring to bear with this force. If you've been playing with Alaitoc and playing with your Rangers in Warhammer 40k for your Aeldari, let us know how you've been going down in the comments below. And so that is the end of the video, everyone. Thank you all for watching. Don't forget to like and subscribe to the channel if you haven't already. Also, drop a comment below and let us know what you enjoyed about the video. If you'd like to come chat more with me and other members of our little community here at Sinful Gaming, you can do so by joining our Discord server, which is linked in the video's description. And lastly, if you'd like to help support the channel and keep us doing what we are doing and allow us to do even more cool wargaming content, you can support us on Patreon or YouTube members, both of which are linked once again in the video's description. As a special thank you to everyone, we'd like to give a shout out to our Patreons: Christian Weir, Soren, Greenskins Gaming, Kenny Lyle, Alder and Shot First, Andrew Bowen, Nathan Thie, The Rising Ape, Q Dynamic, Anthony B, JJ Austrian, Average Wargamer, Domir, Mark Harvey, James Cater, Derek, and GRP390, and as well to our YouTube members, Greenrich Gaming, Kenton Young, Ronya, Lock Lorick, the Johnny84, David Ersworth, Wolfric Nick, Broken Shelf, Adriana Edwards, Revenar, Pink Nico Fire, Robin Mankiller, and Monty's Tabletop Terrain. A special thank you to everyone who helps support the channel. You allow us to do what we do. With that said, everyone, thank you for watching. Stay safe, stay well, and most of all, keep fighting that war against the Grey. Ciao for now.